Good morning, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy Monday. It is December 19th. We are heading into that final week before Christmas, and my little guy back here looks a little bit freaky, doesn't he? I'll show you that here in a minute. I wanted to hop on. I had great intentions with Vlogmas this year, and I failed. This is going to be a double video day. I have been doing footage, but we traveled in December, and which I have never traveled before in my life in December. So I wasn't sure how that was going to go. It went fine, and I did do some videos and some photos out there that I'll put on the second video that you're going to see today. So one of the videos will be this one, and then the other one will be a Vlogmas type style video. But today I thought I would kind of catch you up, and I may get a couple more Vlogmas videos in yet before the end of the year. We'll see. Actually before the end of this week, because I think that's when Vlogmas runs through Christmas. I just want to show you a few of the things that I'm working on, a few of the ideas I have for this upcoming year, and yeah, so let's jump in. First of all, I have a lot of new followers lately, so if you don't know me, I am Renee. I am a knitter, a spinner, a crocheter, all the yarn things. I raise Angora rabbits. I spin their fiber into yarn, and I have been doing that for many, many years. We have had alpacas and Pygora goats in the past also, and so that will be one of the things I'm talking about today. Next year, we just moved into this house in April of 2022, and next year I am hoping to add, we'll see, some more large fiber animals along with the Angora rabbits. So that's one of my hopes and plans for 2023. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and here on YouTube at Tailspin Farm. And yeah, thank you for being here. I wanted to first of all show you some of the things I finished here in the last couple weeks here. I've been doing hats, and I've sold quite a few of those. I have just a couple left. This is one of them. I don't think I showed it on any of the videos, and it still has, I still have to finish off the I'm debating on putting a pom-pom on it or not. So this one, this is all hand spun, and then a lot of my hats, I'm going to show you a couple today obviously, but a lot of my hats I machine knit. Having the Angora rabbits and getting the fiber from them, and then spinning the fiber, and then working with the fiber is extremely time consuming. And so I have tools in my life that make it a little bit easier, and my knitting machine is one of those things. I love it to make hats, and typically I do 2-ply hats when I do my knitting machine, just because I like the looks of it better. And a lot of them that I did this season, I did 2-ply. The inside I did as like a stash buster yarn, trying to get rid of some of my stash, and then the outside was hand spun, whether it be my Angora, or I do purchase fiber from locals around here. I'm fortunate, I live in an area where there are a lot of us fiber people, so I can get fiber there. I also get a lot of Crafty Housewife yarn fiber and yarns, and I love their stuff. They have some amazing subscription boxes. So a lot of the hats I did this year were Angora and merino and alpaca. There was just a lot of different fibers. So this one is 100% hand spun, and it's 2-ply, and the outside's Angora, dyed, obviously I don't have green rabbits, and the inside's Angora. So that is 100% Angora hat. It's just a basic hat, and again, I have to decide if I'm putting a pom-pom on that or not. The other one is on my head. I started this months ago, and I don't even know what pattern it was, to be honest with you. I found it on my desk last night, And I had actually, this is a pretty dark yarn, as you can see. A lot of times, so I have 17 rabbits right now, and I try to keep their fibers separated into either just that rabbit's fiber when I spin it, or I have 4 white rabbits right now, pure white, and I will try to keep all their fibers together to keep the color pattern the same. And sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. It just depends on where my quantity of yarn or fiber is at this and at any given time, and whether or not I want to save, you know, when I groom a rabbit, do I want to save that fiber for the next time I groom the same rabbit to keep the color pattern going the same. But I do try to keep my colors kind of in order, and you can see on this one it's mainly a dark gray. And I actually, when I did this a few months ago, it's probably been this summer sometime that I started this, I ran out of the dark gray. And so let's see, oh, you get to see my hair in all its glory. So I picked it up last night and I thought, this is dumb. And I didn't, when I spin my Angora, oftentimes I will spin it fairly thick, actually, because I like using it in projects like this. So I like using it in projects like this. And I found this on my desk last night, and I only had, you can kind of see, I was here. So I only had the decrease to do. I don't remember what pattern this was for. And so I just decided to decrease it. It was where I wanted it. And so I pulled out a really thin Angora yarn that I had done that was pretty close in color. You can just barely tell. And actually it did a really pretty pattern there. But it was also extremely thin spun. And so, Willow's gonna come visit. It was extremely thinly spun. And so I decided, she always needs to be with me. I decided to take what I had and two-ply it to finish off this hat. And I did. It worked perfectly. You can't tell that I did that. And again, oftentimes I will spin my Angora a little bit thicker because I like to do shawls with it sometimes, or hats, mittens, and things. If she knocks over my camera, that's what happened here. She's trying to come in. So this, within, you know, like I said, it's been sitting on my desk for months. Within an hour last night, I had this all finished. So I got that one done. And then what I have in, okay, I had to move her real quick. The other project that I finished, this was for, usually for our grandkids. When they're born, I will make a blanket for them. And we had our 6th grandchild in August. And after moving this spring and trying to get everything done this summer, and I did end up staying with our daughter and her husband's family for a week after he was born, I just did not have time to get him a blanket made. So I decided to do that for his Christmas present this year. So, and this is just, I found this at Hobby Lobby the other day. They had 60 or 70% off their yarn. So it made it super inexpensive. But I got the Bernat Forever Fleece. That's the one I got. And this is just a chunky, soft yarn. I didn't even follow a pattern. I just chained, I think I chained 50. And then I half double crocheted. It makes a really nice square blanket. I put tassels on it just because I had a few extra length of yarn left, and I thought, oh, it'll add something to this. So that is for him. And again, this, I started this Friday and I finished it last night. So this is a 2-day blanket. I think I used an end hook. I don't know where that went. Let's see, do I have it in here? I do. Get these jumbo hooks, 15 millimeters, so I think this is an N, and these whip up really super fast. So again, this was a 2-day project, and I did not work on it I didn't work on it for hours and hours and hours. It was just a quick put together with a big fat hook. So there's that one. The other gift that I have for him, so when our grandkids are little, I don't do toys or anything like that. So the other thing that I have for him is his stocking. So these are, and I'm almost finished. I just have to put it together, and I have to put Santa's belt on him and his boots. This is actually a vintage pattern from my husband's grandma, Grandma McCausey, and she started making these back in the 70s. I have no idea where the original pattern came from. Actually, I do. I have it in a file somewhere. I have the original. It was a magazine article. And so I do have that somewhere, and I have no idea where it is. It's in my file cabinet somewhere. But I have her typed notes. And I have, she has a list here. She started in 1979 with these. So, many people have received these over the years. And when it got to be too much for Grandma, she gave me the pattern and taught me how to do it. And so I have made these for probably close to 20 years now. If not, you know, I think I probably have made them for 20 years. And there have been years where I have some of Grandma's friends message me and ask me to make one because they've bought them for their kids, and now they're buying them for their grandkids and great-grandkids. And so, yeah, and I think next year I'm going to do a little bit better at preparing these and possibly have them available. So don't be surprised if in February you see me put a shout out to anybody who wants to place stocking orders. These are labor intensive also. Everything here is individual. Santa, every piece here is all individually made and then sewn onto Santa. His body is one piece, but the rest of this isn't. And so it is time consuming. But I'm gonna probably put out a call for those in February to see if anybody wants to purchase those. So be on the lookout for those. So that's my second thing that I hope to get done yet today. And let's see, my last project, I think, for Christmas, let me look, yes, I am working on, and I can't even find the pattern right now. I showed this in the, you're going to see this in the last video, and I think I showed the pattern then. But this is going to be a Frisbee disc golf bag is what I'm working on. So it will have, I've got another row to do on here, and then it has two sides with the flap and a strap on it. So this one I'm trying to get finished yet this week, and if I find the pattern, I don't know where it went. If I find the pattern, I will post it below. The reason I can't find a pattern, so I've been preparing and planning for 2023 a little bit better. This will be the first year that we don't have foster children in our house, that we don't have people that we're taking care of. The last few years we have done foster care and been caring for my parents, and then last year was all moving. We decided in about this time last year, we decided we were going to put our house up for sale and move. So last year, most of the year was spent packing and painting and getting our house ready for sale and moving. And so 2023 is honestly the first year in about 6 years that right now, I won't say it too hard because things change quickly, but we don't have big things happening in our lives. And so I am looking forward to focusing more on my little hobby business that I have going on. But also, I'm oohing and eyeing over, I've been watching some of the Vlogmases. I've been watching Chelsea Yarn's Vlogmas and Sandy by the Lakeside, and there's been a few more that I always enjoy watching, and they're making sweaters, and I am on Ravelry right now, and I am saving all these patterns and sweaters, and it got me to thinking, and somebody said this the other day on an Instagram post or something about how yarn people tend to, you know, crocheters and knitters, we're really great at starting things, we never finish stuff. And or a lot of us, not all of us, some people are awesome at starting and finishing. I am not one of those people. And so I was trying to think of, this is kind of weird back here, I gotta turn his head because I feel like somebody's staring at me. So I was thinking this weekend some goals that I want for this coming year, and I realize as I'm pinning all of these, or saving all of the, and I was on Pinterest too, but saving all of these patterns to make, I realize I have a ton of projects that I have started and not finished. And so I was thinking about that this weekend, and I don't think, as I've pulled these all out of my office, I don't think I'm going to. Let me just kind of show you the pile. That's the pile, folks. I don't think I'm going to show you all of these. Oh, no, I'm not going to be able to get this set back up right. There we go. I'm not going to show you all of these because there are a lot of them. I'm going to show you a few of them. Quite a few of them are from, I used to get Yarn-Yay, which is a subscription box for crochet and knit. And I always enjoyed the boxes. I ended up having to put mine on hold or stop it because these are all, and I think this one is started but not finished. I'm pretty sure this is Yarn-Yay. Yep. These are all, I have 5 sitting right here that I just have not finished yet. And shame on me. So this one is this one was a bandana scarf. I had to take it off the circular needles because I needed the circular needles, so I put it on a straight needle. So I have that one. I have yarn for another project here that was a Yarn-Yay, and they always come with the project booklet and the buttons if you need them. So I have 5 of those. When I was in my cupboard the other day where I put a lot of my yarn and stuff, I found fingerless mittens. One of them is done. It looks like I have to do the I have the thumb hole to finish. So these are done except for finishing out here. I think I have to go back. I did find the pattern, so I want to finish those. I have 2 sweaters. This one I remember buying. I don't even know if the pattern's in here. Yeah, the pattern is not in here. One of these I bought when COVID started. I thought, oh, this will be perfect to work on, because I have never done, I shouldn't say that, I have crocheted several full sweaters and ponchos, but I have never done a full knit sweater before. And so I have another cute crocheted shirt here that I'm working on. And so one of the challenges that I'm going to do, yeah, there's just a ton of them here. I did finally finish out one of my socks, so I have full intentions of getting the other one done. And so I thought, what can I do to kind of maybe bring you guys in along with me as a challenge? So I've come up with a hashtag challenge. I don't know if this is how you do it, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to try it. And you guys can follow along with me. And if you want to join me, I am going to do a hashtag finisher challenge. And my goal this year is to finish these projects out. So I'll be posting on Instagram and probably doing some videos on that. And yeah. So if you want to join me, keep your eye out. I will probably start after the first year. I need to get these Christmas things done first. But I thought that might be a fun, you know, they do the make along hashtags and all of those things. And I thought this will be a fun hashtag to maybe get through some of our stash things that we tend to keep and don't get finished. And I'm going to end up with, I think there's a pair of socks, 3 sweaters, a pair of mittens, and 3 shawls that I have right here, and I know I have more stuff. So that is going to be what I'm going to work towards this coming year. I will start I have a sweater that I would like to start, and I would like to keep up on socks. I had so much fun with this one. And I've done socks before. That's actually, I took with a friend and I quite a few years ago, took a sock and a mitten knitting class because I had taught myself how to knit, but was still very unsure on how to do it. And so we took a sock class, and so I have made socks before. This pattern I really like. I feel like some of the socks I've made in the past. Now, granted, I am not. When I made those, I was a beginner. They never fit me right, or I didn't use the right yarn, maybe too. But and that was probably 10 or 15 years ago that we did that. So I would love to do a sock a month, a pair of socks, not just one, but a pair of socks a month, which is very doable. Especially when I think I get in the habit of being on my phone looking at stuff that people are doing, that I waste time in being able to do stuff myself. And so I'm gonna be more focused and aware of that this year, I think, and see if that makes a difference in my completed projects and things like that. So yeah, so I thought I'd put that out there. So if you want to join me coming up in 2023, I think I'll start this in January. It will be #finisher challenge. And let's see if we can get some of our whips finished off this year, and out of all these project bags, so I can use them. I don't need any more project bags. I need to make the stuff that are in them. So I think that's all I have to talk about today. Oh, I see my disc golf bag pattern. This makes it make more sense. That's what it's going to look like when I'm done. So I will be working on that this afternoon. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous holiday season and get to spend time with family. We have a massive storm moving into, we're supposed to, it changes daily, but we're supposed to have a huge storm moving in this weekend, so I'm not quite sure what that's going to look like yet. Thankfully, our family Christmas is not until next weekend with our kids and grandkids, so I think we'll be okay there. But I hope you stay safe and enjoy your Christmas holidays, and continue to create every day. Bye, guys.